Hey everyone. Well, this video is going to be a cautionary tale on buying used saws wherever you may find them, whether it be through Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist in the US, Kijiji in Canada, or your local auction sales, wherever you happen to find them, yard sales, you name it. I recently bought this Husqvarna 262 XP. Very collectible saw in many circles. Seems like everybody wants them. I already have one that I picked up at an auction sale last year. Turned out it was a great saw. I was expecting it to be a blown up project saw. Got lucky on that one. Recently another one came up here a few days ago on a local classified here. So I went ahead and messaged the guy, and he still had it. I went that evening and made a deal with him on the saw. I looked it over. The saw was fairly decent, but apparently it had some surprises for me. A lot of people in this world, unfortunately, nowadays are just plain dishonest, and this was one of those guys. He said that the saw was all OEM original, and he was selling it because he didn't need a pro saw and an older saw he didn't want to deal with. Well, it looked good initially. I fired it up at his place. It ran, idled fine, but it didn't quite seem to have the snap or the spunk to it that my other all OEM original 262 XP has. So anyways, I bought it for not an outrageous price. It was reasonable. But unfortunately, when I got it home, started looking it over a little closer, pulled the covers off, you know, the typical want to see what I got. The saw is not what was advertised as and sold to me as. By the time I have to put some parts into it and such, it still won't be a horrible deal, but more than I'm comfortable paying for a used saw. And like I say, let this be a cautionary tale for you folks going out there and looking for saws, whether it be a current model one or a collector saw. The moral to this story is just don't pay too much for a used saw, because people can do all kinds of things and do a pretty good job of hiding it. And unfortunately, until you get it home and look things over a little closer, even when you're there looking at it, you can't always tell what shortcuts or, well, misgivings that people are trying to misrepresent themselves on a sale. So anyways, without further ado, we're going to get straight into it. I'm going to take you folks over to the saw bench, and I'll show you what I found thus far, and I'll end up tearing this saw probably mostly down and going through to see what's all wrong with it. So anyways, let's get on with it. Well, here is the saw, or the subject of this video. Like I said, it's a Husqvarna 262 XP. The overall of the saw, the outside shell or casing of it is pretty clean and straight. The recoil's in good shape. All the original factory OEM screws are still in it. The top cover isn't busted up. Air filter cover is good. OEM air filter yet on it is in good shape. The saw itself, gas tank's in good shape. The controls all work normal, fine. And it is an actual 262 XP, so it's the correct crankcase, because some of these you can swap them around with 257 and 254 crankcases, and people will have the wrong, well, the tag numbers from the other saws on them. Although the 254 has a shorter crankshaft, the crankcases themselves and the body of the saw is exactly the same, so they share a lot of interchangeable parts. Like I said, the guy was bragging that it was an all OEM saw, nothing was molested or changed on it. He did tell me the chain brake didn't work, of course for obvious reasons. It's jammed up, but there's no brake band is broken and is missing, so that's why the brake is stuck. But somehow the more he started talking when telling me this, the faster he started talking, and he started getting kind of nervous. I guess that should have been my first warning. Now, little things here. When I took the top cover off, I noticed the spark plug boot is missing. They just have the inner spark plug little coil that goes onto your wire and onto the plug here is, like I say, the rubber boot is missing. Not a big deal. I've got some from wrecked coils here. I can pull one off. They put a piece of heat shrink tubing on here, so the wire is obviously damaged. But the biggest disappointment came, some of you probably can't tell on camera, but I could see right away as soon as I pulled the top cover off, is the cylinder is exceptionally clean and almost new looking. And further inspection, as I started looking at it, the cylinder is not OEM. It's aftermarket Chinese clone cylinder. I've already looked around the sides, and there's no distinguishing manufacturer marks. You usually have, say, something like 48 NZ or NZ15 or something like that on there. These are either, I think, were Giladarni or Giladarni cylinders on these early ones. I know they swap brands a couple of times in their production cycle. The later ones might have even used Molly cylinders, from what I understand. But this one has no distinct markings of any kind, any numbers or manufacturer's names on it. So it is a cheap aftermarket piston and cylinder top end kit that guy put on here. So he automatically misrepresented himself right there. The clue or the giveaway that I noticed looking at it, it was a kind of, like I say, exceptionally clean. But when I took the spark plug out, I looked in the top of the piston, it's squeaky clean. There's virtually no carbon in it. So this saw was put together, started, ran. It starts and runs fine. 3 pulls from cold start and it fires right up. It settles down and idles nice, revs up good. I have not put it in the wood. It's got a Husqvarna Oregon Pro bar on it with a replaceable tip. So like I say, it looked legit when the covers are all on it. And I mean, when you go look at a used saw and you're making a deal on it, you're not gonna take and start pulling the saw all apart in front of somebody. I mean, maybe some guys do that, or some wouldn't mind or let you do that, but so far I've had a good run of luck buying yard sale saws and auction sale saws and you name it, of all kinds, and even a few carcass saws from different dealers that I know. And if the price was right, and it turns out they were supposed to be sold for just junker part saws, but with just doing a carb kit and fuel line and a few little things, I've gotten some saws up and running, and they're perfectly fine. They're low hour saws, so you never can tell. I'm gonna go and dig into this saw and literally pull the top end off it, because I don't know what the hell at this point they've done, because obviously the seller lied to me about every other aspect of it. So now I don't trust anything that they've had anything to do with this. I won't know until I get the muffler off and pull the top end, and we'll see exactly what I have. But anyways, just like I say, a cautionary tale of what you can get yourself into when buying these used saw projects. You never can tell. So the issue with this one is somebody threw a cheap aftermarket top end kit on it and sold it as an all OEM original with just needed some quote-unquote maintenance work. So obviously it's gotten a lot more involved and deeper than that. So I wasn't looking for this particular of a project at the moment, but looks like that's what I've gotten myself into. So I guess that's what we're going to get on with, and we'll have some upcoming videos on this. But for now, we'll call this a video, and we'll see you folks all in the next one.